How exciting! You're going for past life regression hypnosis. Wow! I've had so much good in my life because of past life regression hypnotherapy. I wish you well. Before, I would like to just share with you some of the risks involved. Now, in this case, I don't mean the dangers. I already have a video on the dangers. And by the dangers, I mean whether you are safe going for hypnosis or not. But today, I want to talk about the risks. And by that, I mean disappointments, possible disappointments, frustrations, that type of thing, that it might be helpful for you to consider ahead of time so that when you go for your hypnosis, you are not disappointed. Hello, hello, hello. It's Carol Ann Chapman. I'm the author of When We Were Gods, which is a chronicle of my past life memories of Atlantis. I received a comment from Vijay Surya Aditya. He said, "Your regression sounds fascinating. It is something that I've often considered, but alas, I lack the courage." Well, Vijay, I put this video together for you so that it'll be easier for you to go for past life regression hypnosis. So I've got 8 categories of the type of risks or frustrations you might encounter. Here they are. Number 1, you may fear that you can't be hypnotized. You know, I asked my hypnotherapist whether she had ever had a problem and couldn't hypnotize someone. She replied, well, she could always hypnotize someone if they were willing to follow suggestions. Well, are you a person who can follow suggestions? You might be wondering what kind of suggestions. Well, at the beginning of the hypnosis, she often gives me suggestions to help me relax. For example, to relax my forehead, to relax my eyebrows. Well, I just love this when she's making these suggestions because I feel more and more comfortable. And what I'm not realizing while she's making these suggestions is that I'm getting in a more suggestible mood. And then I just slip easily into being hypnotized. Now, I've also seen that there's this test you can give yourself, whether you're hypnotizable or not, and it has to do with, and of course we know that I'm hypnotizable, so let's see if I can do it. It has to do with looking up at the ceiling and at the same time closing your eyelids. And if your eyes stay looking up as you close your eyelids, it's supposed to mean you're hypnotizable. So let's try it and let's see if you know it works with me. All right. You know, before I know, I can't tell. Did my eyes stay looking up when I closed my eyelids? Now, if you want to do something yourself, you can't do this in a mirror. Because I noticed even when I was doing it here in front of the camera, I wanted to look to see if it was working or not. It's not going to work if you're looking at yourself. You got to keep looking up and just keep looking up and close your eyelids. So the best way for you to do it is take your smartphone, set it up, and record it on video, and then you'll be able to see if you're one of these people that keep looking up while they close their eyelids. There should be a little bit of white at the bottom as you're closing your eyelids. But remember, my hypnotherapist said that she can hypnotize anyone as long as they're willing to take these very lovely suggestions she makes. All right, now, number 2. You may not get the results you want. For example, you might have seen some of my videos or somebody else's videos, or read my book or read someone else's book about their past life memories of Atlantis. So now you're going to go for hypnotherapy, and you are all excited because you are sure, since you're you're hopeful. You're really hopeful that since you're crazy about Atlantis and you like to watch other people's videos about past life memories of Atlantis, you are so hopeful that you're going to have a past life memory of your experiences in Atlantis. Well, that's the risk you're taking. You know, your subconscious mind is what gives you these memories, or what holds these memories through various past lives. And your subconscious mind also gives you your dreams. And you know, you really can't control what your dreams are going to come up with, even if you're a lucid dreamer, and even if you, plan to have a certain dream the night before when you're going to sleep. You just never know what your subconscious is going to give you. It's the same with past life regression hypnosis. You may be wanting that past life memory of Atlantis. The hypnotherapist may be giving you the suggestion to go to your past life memories of Atlantis, and you might go to a past life memory of ancient Egypt. Now, it may in some way turn out to be connected with Atlantis, but it might be a past life that's got nothing to do with Atlantis. And you're just going to have to be okay, because the subconscious mind is not something that you just squeeze and make it do what you want it to do. It's very got a mind of its own. And that brings us to number 3, which is it may take more than one session to get to the past life memories you want. Or, I went for past life regression hypnosis for healing. And many people go for past life regression hypnosis to heal a problem that they haven't been able to heal in a conventional manner. And it took a number of sessions for me, and it may be the same with you, that you would have to go through a number of sessions. So to put it simply, I found with past life regression hypnosis, you're not on a straight path that takes you from the present to exactly where you want to go or learn about in a past life. You're more likely to be on a meandering path. And it's been my experience that the hypnotherapist has a lot to do with getting you to a place, even if it's not where you thought you wanted to be, it would be a place that's very helpful to you. Well, that brings me to number 4. You may encounter a past life in which you don't especially like who you were. For example, most people hope or believe or want that in their past life they were rich, beautiful, and famous. Well, what if you found out in a past life you were rich, beautiful, and famous, but also egotistical, conceited, and that you thought you were better than everybody else? Well, that was an unfortunate past life memory of mine. It was so difficult to watch myself in that past life in this beautiful carriage drawn by these beautiful matched horses with plumes on their heads, and me dressed in these really rich silk dresses, and crowds all on the side of the road where we're trotting along, and people cheering, and me looking from side to side of the coach, because I just know that I am one of the greatest people on earth, and I'm so much better than those commoners. I'm just the greatest. Well, it was painful to watch. And you might also find a past life that, on the one hand, should seem really wonderful, but the person you were might be someone that you're not really happy with. The good thing about that past life memory for me is that it's helped me to understand the egotistical, conceited, power-hungry people that are in life in the present, because it's really hard to see clearly that you're just another human being like everybody else. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm dressed in green with a green backdrop, it is because in my last video on the dangers of past life regression hypnosis, I had a blue background, and in that video, my eyes looked like they were blue. And I thought my eyes were green. Well, my daughter, who also has inherited my green eyes, she said maybe it was all that blue from the background. So it was distressing to me that, I mean, if you've had a certain color of eyes your whole life, to suddenly see they're not what you thought they were. Not only that, this might be from my past life about thinking I'm better than everyone else. Oh man, it just catches you up no matter what you do. Anyway, supposedly only 2% of the population have green eyes. So to me, my green eyes are special to me, and I just didn't want to be with the throngs of those blue-eyed people. My daughter also told me she found out from her doctor that there are certain people with green eyes who have green eyes that change from green to blue and turquoise, depending on what colors they're surrounded by. And evidently, we have those kind of green eyes. Anyway, I'm wondering if you have eyes that change color, or just what color eyes you have. I'd be delighted if you shared with me in the comments down below. Oh, and you know, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It really, really, really matters to me and does wonders for my channel. And also, I would love it if you just tap that like button for a thumbs up. Anyway, where were we? We were on number 5. You might have a past life memory that is very distressing. Not surprisingly, I have had that experience. And for me, this memory first turned up in a dream and then again in my past life regression hypnosis. I'm not going to go into the details. It's in my book, When We Were Gods. I've talked about it in other videos, and I'll talk about it more. But in Atlantis, I trusted the wrong person. And the very crucial scientific work that I was doing was compromised, and it affected a lot of people. And I felt so bad about that in this life, like I said, I'd had a dream when I was younger, and then in hypnosis it came up again, and I'm still working through those issues. So you too might think, oh, isn't this great? I'm going to go for past life regression hypnosis and I'm going to find out something wonderful. Well, you might not. You might find something that explains your life at this time. All right, moving along to number 6 now. And this is that you might remember a past life that is so shocking and so startling that it may just set you off for a long time and have a lot of trouble dealing with. And again, I did have that experience because it turned out that when the hypnotherapist gave the suggestion that I go to the karmic causative factor of my hormonal imbalance. I had a hormonal imbalance after a miscarriage. I went to my first experience on Earth. I wasn't even human. I wasn't even from Earth. I was an extraterrestrial from Arcturus. I mean, how weird is that? Oh, anyway, well, you might have that kind of a weird memory as well. Number 7, you may find that you have a past life memory of a kind of lifetime that you just can't accept that you could have been that kind of person. So just on a mundane level, you might in this lifetime be a male, and in your past life, you find out you're a female. Or you could be a female in this lifetime and find out you're a male in a past life. I had the shocking experience of finding out that in a past life I'd been a gay man, a sailor on one of those square-sailed big ships with all the masts on them. Yeah, it took me a while with that one. You may in this lifetime be ever so proud of yourself because you are white, or you might be ever so proud of yourself because you're black. And you might find in a past lifetime, if you're white now, that you were black in a past lifetime, or even a black slave. Or in this lifetime, if you are a black person who is dealing with the effects of slavery, for example, in the US, you may find that in your past life, you were a ruthless white slave owner. Yeah, so these are examples of the kind of things that may come up in your past lifetime. And if it does happen for you, I encourage you to go with it, because it can really help you in this lifetime to understand challenges that you're dealing with. If you think that you're going to go for past life regression hypnosis and you are not going to deal with some kind of different lifetime, for example, if you're in this lifetime, you might be shocked to find, and you're a woman, you might be shocked to find out that in your past life, you're a part of a harem. I mean, you just don't know what is going to turn up. That in the past, your feet might have been bound, for example, if you're Chinese. You just don't know what you're going to come up with. While you're hypnotized, it may turn out that you are seeing this actual lifetime, but after you come out of the hypnosis, you might say, that's impossible. That's just stupid. That could have never happened. And, well, that is one of the risks of going for past life regression hypnosis. How open-minded are you? All right, we're going on to our last point now, number 8. If your experience is dissatisfying in many ways, maybe you need to go to another hypnotherapist. In my previous video on the dangers of past life regression hypnosis, I had said how important it was to find a hypnotherapist that you not only feel really comfortable with, but also someone who is qualified and has experience. Because, I mean, just think of the types of surprises that I have encountered in my hypnotherapy sessions. You don't want somebody who has no idea what to do when something turns up like a past life from another star system. You need someone who's got experience and is qualified and knows how to lead you through this while you're going, this can't be so, this can't be so. All right, so now that we've looked at the 8 possible risks of going for past life regression hypnotherapy, you're probably going, well, are there any benefits? Of course, there's tons of benefits. And I have this video right here which is about the 7 benefits of past life regression hypnosis. So take a look at it next. It's Carol Ann Chapman. I've enjoyed being with you. Toodaloo. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.